to Dixie High School for the start of the Red Rock tournament for Pleasant Grove High School. Sorry. Hello and welcome to Dixie High School for the start of the Pleasant Grove versus Dixie High School baseball game on this lovely night. We are starting out with Riker Scow hitting leadoff for the Pleasant Grove Vikings. And pitching for the Dixie High Flyers tonight is Watson, number 18. Riker fights off an 0-2 count with a foul ball. Fouls it off just back. Barely got a piece of it and right through the catcher's glove to keep the count 1-2 and keep Riker's at-bat alive. We're already into almost double-digit pitches for this at-bat in the very first night, very first at-bat of this tournament. Riker just first pitch fastball, pretty good pitch, could have been taken, but Ty takes on it and holds, and the count falls to 0-1. Let's see what Watson can do late in this count. He has thrown a lot of pitches so far, but he has kept in control of every single count.
Yeah, I'd say. That battle with Riker Scow. Jeez, I wasn't in here, but I walked all the way to the back and all the way back, or all the way to the center field and all the way back to the booth. Still at bat.
Yeah, it was
good for him.
Long at bat. Took a lot of pitches out of this pitcher right here. At this point, might not go long because of how many pitches he has thrown.
Exactly. Just because Riker doesn't get a hit doesn't mean it's not good for the team. It really tired him out.
Yeah. Getting that pitch count going up early is a very good thing for them. Kyler Lester takes off and catcher fumbles it again, and Ty walks to first and Kyler Lester goes to third. And now up to the plate for the Pleasant Grove Vikings is Sam Haney, one of the lone lefties in this lineup, hitting out of the 4 spot tonight. And looks like there was some chatter, maybe an umpire meeting coming up right here, but the third base umpire is coming up to the home plate umpire, and not exactly sure why, but they are looking at something. It looks like something to do with dragging behind home plate, as Dixie's coach is bringing out a rake to drag the batter's box. I'm not sure if the catcher had problems with it or the runner or batter, but they're fixing it right now, and then we'll get back underway. So it should be a quick fix, but it's just dragging the field. Welcome back. We are back underway as the field has been taken care of and we are ready to go. Sam Haney is coming up to bat for a new count and runners on first and third for the Vikings. Ty Caldwell takes off to run, and let's see what the throw does. Throw goes straight to the second baseman to prevent Kyler Lester from coming home.
Smart.
It's a very smart play because with the speed of Kyler Lester, that throw goes all the way to the shortstop, and he's probably going to take off home. But the second baseman uses that to cut it off and prevent that run because that run early was not good for Dixie to take a hit like that already.
Kyler loves stealing home too. It's one of his favorite things to do.
Yeah, he does. He does that very consistently and a lot. Almost every game he attempts at least a stolen base for home. Every chance he gets, basically. Foul ball close to the fence, but finds the out of bounds and gets out of the fence, and no play for any of the fielders.
Lucky for Sam on that one. He wants to stay in this at bat.
Yeah, he gets to stay alive with but it is just a 1-1 count, but that catching that would not be good because then it gives 2 outs for Dixie with that runner on third. So all Sam has to do right now to bring a run in is find the grass in some way. Even if it's a sac fly, Kyler Lester can tag on almost anything in the outfield, but he's got to find a way to find some grass. And a low ball, it is now the count goes to 2-1 in favor of Sam Haney. Next pitch of the at-bat. Inside pitch, bounces away from the catcher, but towards third, so Kyler Lester will hold. Then catcher goes out to visit with Watson at the mound and to figure out some things, maybe just talk some things over, figure out their game plan for the rest of this at-bat and the inning. The catcher is Thorpe. His name is Dane Thorpe, and he just wanted to have a little conversation with his pitcher to help him get his nerves under control because a big tournament like this can lead to a lot of nerves.
Yeah, especially Dixie playing back-to-back games starting off this tournament.
Yeah, that's definitely very hard. And ground ball, has nowhere to go but looks like he has Ty Caldwell in a pickle, and Kyler Lester takes off to home, so they'll get him in a pickle. And there's a lot of rundowns going down up here. Ty Caldwell just needs to come stand on first. Gets both runners safe on home and at third. Kyler Lester gets past the tag of the catcher or not the catcher actually. I think that was actually the first baseman, but gets through the tag because you always got to have ball first. You can't go for that tag without the ball, and that cost him right there by dropping the ball. So then the Vikings now have, instead of runners on third and second with 2 outs, they've got
runners on third and first with 1 out and a run scored.
Yeah, and a run scored, and now they've got Jordan Pace coming up to bat, he has shown a lot of power this year too.
Yeah, I'd say so.
I think he's gonna have a little bit of extra power without his knickers on. How he's got long pants, which is something I don't think I have ever seen from him. And I've played baseball with him for a very long time, since we were about 11, and I have never seen him wear long pants until now.
He has to wear them in the what tournament is it?
His CBA tournament.
The CBA tournament.
Yeah, when he goes and plays with CBA, he has to wear long pants, and it's a sight to see every time. It's very interesting to see because I've always been used to those short pants. So
he loves his knickers.
Yeah, he does, and so let's see how he can do with a little bit of change up in the uniform right here. And pickoff attempt, but no throw. They're looking like Sam Haney might run, but I'm not sure how
I wouldn't send Sam if I were them.
Yeah, Sam.
Not exactly the quickest guy, but
yeah,
definitely has his power. That's why he's out there.
He has his moments, but he hasn't ever shown steal much this year and last year. So, but you never know. With first and third, you send a lot of runners more than you would ever run before. So You got to do everything you can to get that run across the plate, and if you can get Sam to second too, then that gives two RBI right there for Jordan Pace on a single to potentially score two. Another pickoff attempt to Sam, but still no throw. He's just stepping off the mound, giving him a look, keeping him close. Jordan Pace has the count at 1-1. Hasn't seen a pitch in a little, but he has gotten. Good pitch right there, but looks a little inside and low, but a ball. 2-1.
I think the only time Sam has stole this entire year was against Layton, which is weird because their catcher played really good that game, except for when Sam stole, I guess.
Yeah, I guess I was unaware of that. Oh, pass ball to the catcher, and he's out at home plate. Gets him, but Sam moves over to second, but they get him at home. That was a great play by the catcher and by the pitcher too to get him on that. And that moves it to 2 outs, runner on second, with Jordan Pace still up to bat, and 1-0 for the Vikings.
As Caldwell looked to steal home, he kind of hesitated around a third down the line, and that kind of cost him clearly.
Yeah, you cannot hesitate, especially with how good these catchers are at this age. You cannot, if you hesitate at all, you might as well just not go.
Out, yeah.
And he found that out just barely. So
yeah,
I mean, it was pretty good, very good play by the pitcher to get in there in time, and they got him out, which is a great out to get, and fly ball into the gap, but the center fielder runs it down, and that ends the first inning for the Vikings, scoring 1 run on 0 hits and an error.
We'll be back momentarily.
Welcome back to Flyer Field as we are entering the bottom half of the first inning with the Vikings up 1-0, and starting on the mound tonight is Riley Thomas, he has thrown pretty good this year, had 1 start. Riley bringing in the first pitch. Outside fastball to St. Cyr for Dixie Flyers. The next pitch coming in for Riley Thomas. Looks a little inside and high as Riley falls down 2-0, which can lead to some major problems because now he's got to work back a lot and work fast. So next pitch comes right in, foul ball, 2-1. Now it's anyone's count. He's still got to work to get that strike, but he's starting to slowly work back right here. Ground ball to Kyler Lester. A little bit of a bobble, but picks it up in time and gets the runner at first. One out for the Vikings on a easy ground ball for Kyler Lester. Now coming up for Dixie is Shea Anderson. And we'll see our first lefty for Dixie High School up here.
The second baseman, number 1, Shea Anderson.
Inside fastball brings the count to 1-0 for Shea Anderson. Riley has not started on top of either of these counts, which is not good, never what you want to do, and falls down 2-0. But it's worked out for him so far, and so let's see how he can work back in this count if possible. And quick 3-0 to Shea Anderson. Riley is working very fast, but a little bit wild right now at the moment. Shea has already shown some speed so far in this game, running down a ground ball up the middle as the second baseman. So I'm not sure, we might see a stolen base opportunity right here, because he has shown some great speed so far in this game on the defensive side. But let's see if it can translate to the offensive side. And so now up for Dixie is Brighton Oaks, number 27. Riley will likely pick off a couple times as he has got a great move, especially going to first. It is very hard. Riley is a very hard pitcher to steal off of, and it's very hard to just get a good jump on him with his great move and quick delivery to the plate.
Yeah, not only is Riley a good pitcher, but he's pretty athletic too, as he played football and basketball for most of his childhood.
Yeah, he has. He's got a very wide arsenal of sports, and it's greatly helped him especially with his footwork and stuff pitching, which footwork is not something that you think that you would have to have pitching, but
well, a little bit.
Yeah.
Not a variety of footwork, but
no. But to keep runners close, you've got to have fast feet work. But it doesn't. Yeah, you don't. Like you said, you don't have to move a lot, but that same movement, you have to get very good at that same movement. Ball straight up the middle. Just gets the runner at first. A little bit of a bobble by Connor Bancroft, but gets the runner at first, and so now it's 2 outs. Runner on second for Luis Acuna. Sorry, I misspoke on that.
Any relation?
The designated hitter, number 21, Luis Acuna. That's how it sounds.
Yeah. I'm willing to put money on if Riley would have played football this year, he would have started quarterback.
Most likely, yeah.
Yeah.
He's always had a very strong arm, especially at quarterback, and been very talented at that position. And a ball flies onto the field. Man, you don't see that much in high school baseball, but
well, unless there's a softball game
right
next to it.
Yeah, that makes sense, but especially here, there's no softball field next to it, so.
I saw some kids in the back playing ball. It'd be really embarrassing if your ball flew on the varsity baseball field during a tournament.
I've had that a couple times.
Yeah, me too.
Maybe not during big tournaments, but I've had a couple of them, and it's always very awkward to go get your ball after. Great, that off speed had some great movement from Riley, but it was just too high, and puts the count 1-1 for him. So his off speed's working very well, but it's not finding the zone.
Yeah, it's close though.
Yeah, it's got a lot of movement and quick, fast movement, but it's just not finding the zone right now. But maybe that'll change throughout the game as he settles into it. That one worked really good and found the zone and looked fly ball. Caught by the left field there. So.
And that will be 3 outs for the Vikings as Riley holds them to 1 hit. Well, actually, is that fielder's choice?
Yes.
That counts a hit?
No, it doesn't count. That wouldn't count as a hit. That would be a fielder's choice. So it's just basically like an out.
All right. Well,
So
we'll be
0
back
hits.
momentarily. 0 hits, 0 on the scoreboard, 1-0 Vikings.
Welcome back to Flyer Field for the top of the second inning, as Caden Davis is leading it off, DHing for the Vikings. He sees a quick ball high in the zone, and the count moves to 1-0. And 2-0 quick ball, and so he has worked ahead very fast into this count, but he's likely to see a strike as Watson has moved very fast into the strike zone in every at-bat. So he's got to be ready and on his toes for everything. And there's a strike right there. The count comes to 2-1.
What does that say?
And gets bean. Caden Davis takes the bean and will advance to first, as that is a very quick, easy at-bat for him.
Vikings have been beaned a lot this year.
Yeah,
I think that is the 7th bean of the year in, 3 games, 4 games?
Yeah, they have a lot, especially Connor Bancroft.
Yeah.
I think he's been hit 5 times this year out of the 7.
Yeah, CB is a magnet.
Yeah, I'd take it. I'd rather be a magnet than just have to stand up there.
And strike out every time.
Yeah. Beans are nice because then you look cool. You can show off to all the ladies out there. You say, hey, just took that like a man.
Yeah, unless you get, lasered.
Yeah, unless you get 95 straight to the back. That hurts.
To the face. Like,
That's true.
What's his face on the Yankees?
I don't
Stanton,
know.
Giancarlo Stanton took one to the face and had, reconstructive surgery.
Yeah, that would definitely hurt a lot, but as long as you can get a curveball, an off-speed bean, those are nice.
Yeah, right to the bicep. Yeah, not too bad.
Then you just shake it off. You wink at whatever girl you're going after at the time, and then move along to first. Now we've got, it looks like Tate Lewis up for the Vikings, who is making the start tonight at first base, and pickoff attempt and a throw to Caden Davis, but he gets back there safely. Let's see what Tate Lewis can do tonight, as he has moved around a lot in the order, with sharing time with Mason Henry at first base and working as a DH and as a first baseman. But let's see what he can do on the offensive side.
He's played pretty consistent this year. As you said, him and Mason Henry share time at first, and then when he DHs, so he's played in every single varsity game so far this year, and he's had really good at-bats. He's really, battled through. He's waited for his pitch, but he's also been aggressive at times where he's needed to be. So
yeah,
he's good to have on the team.
Yeah, he's shown some good signs this year. And now he's got a 2-1 count, which is it's a great count, as everyone calls it the hitter's count, because pitcher's got to come at you. You're
Yeah.
likely not going to see an off speed. You're going to see a fastball for a strike. Because especially at the high school level, you don't see that many pitchers with as much command over their off speed that they can throw an off speed 2-1. Because you just can't risk falling 3-1.
Yeah.
Because you fall 3-1 and you're probably not going to get an out. As he does, throws an off speed,
Jeez,
but
Caden.
gets it. I guess he,
Spoken into existence.
yeah, he threw that off speed, but I mean he fell 3-1, so
Yeah.
prophesied it right here.
Yeah, basically.
Now he's in a very tough situation, this pitcher, and he's got to come right at Tate. Tate's, I guarantee Coach Henry gave him the green light.
Yeah.
With the power that Tate has, there's no way that Coach Henry does not give him the green light. And Caden Davis takes off, actually.
And then
High
ball
pitch, so
four.
ball 4, Caden Davis is in there safely. And so I guess it worked out. So he gets on base and moves the runner to second. Now they've got a runner in scoring position as Dixie's coach comes out for a mound visit. Looks like potentially a pitching change, too. It is a pitching change as looks like number 32 comes in to pitch. Number 32, his name is Kason Bell. He comes in to throw for the Flyers as Watson's night is now over. He had a great night, pretty good night, but
Very high pitch count.
Yeah.
That's what will come back to hurt him.
yeah, that
Especially
pitch,
if he's going to pitch later in this tournament. His arm's going to be really sore.
that pitch count, yeah, it shot up very fast, and I'm not certain, but in tournaments like this, there's usually a pitch count limit, and he might have hit that limit, and if you hit
Yeah.
that limit, you can't pitch the rest of the tournament, so
They might want to save him for later.
because he had good command over the strike zone, but just that pitch count went way up way fast, and they're probably gonna have to save him for a later game. So we'll be back momentarily when Kason Bell is done warming up. Kason Bell, the right-handed pitcher for Dixie Flyers, has now warmed up and is ready to go against Brody Ballantyne, he has had a great year so far, also hitting.
Yeah, he almost hit our camera over in center field.
Yeah, he did a couple times, but he's shown a lot of power and a lot of consistency, which this whole Vikings lineup has. They've shown great offensive strength this year.
Yeah, I'd say so. An early mound visit from the catcher. It was a dirty movement on that last circle change. Down into the dirt, but caught Brody slacking. Caught him a 4K and swings and a miss.
There might have been some miscommunication between the signs of the catcher and the pitcher because
That makes sense.
that's usually what happens. And when catcher's expecting fastball or something gets changed like that, and then they got to go figure it out really quick so that doesn't happen again, and the catcher doesn't take one in the chest thinking they're gonna have to block. Because that's happened. It's happened a couple times with Ty, and Ty does not get very happy when that happens with him.
I wouldn't think so. No.
Yeah, the pitcher and catcher have got to be on the same page, and that's one of the most important things. So, but Brody Ballantyne falls 0-2 very fast in this count, and let's see how well he can battle up here with runners on first and second. Brody Ballantyne takes that pitch. Left fielder floats and catches it, and there's a tag coming from Caden Davis, and gets to third. Both runners advance on that tag right there. That left fielder was kind of floated a little bit.
Yeah, he did.
He's got to go get that ball right away and get ready for that tag. Even though that tag was not really expected by anyone, he's got to go get that fast, because then the only reason Caden Davis was able to get there was because of that, because he just floated. So that left fielder goes and gets that, and he doesn't even take a chance on that. But now we've got Connor Bancroft coming up to the plate with runners on third and second for the Vikings and no outs, or 1 out, sorry.
Yeah, 1 out on that pop out. That was a beautiful swing by Brody Ballantyne. That was super deep, just unlucky.
Yeah, just got a good curveball right in there and took that curveball, but just couldn't go the distance.
I don't think he was expecting a curveball there. He was expecting a high pitch, and then it dropped. And you know what? Can't have this one drop to the strike zone. Might as well swing.
Yeah.
Didn't put enough behind it, and deepest part of left. Worst feeling in the world.
Yeah,
I wouldn't know. I've never played baseball, but that's what I would assume.
It's a pretty bad feeling to warning track in left when you feel like you could have just gotten out, but Connor Bancroft, finds, just only because of the infield shift that he was able to get home on, or get that ball through. Nice little blooper in between first and second base, gets past the infield that was coming up to cut off that run, but so the Vikings score on that, and now there is runners on third and first with 1 out, with the top of the lineup coming back up for the Vikings, and Riker Scow, who last time didn't end up getting much from his at bat, but really fought and brought that pitch count up a lot and battled and tired the pitcher out really quick in the game. And now he's got an RBI chance, and depending on what Coach Henry does with a steal right here, could get a 2 RBI chance right here. And Riker shows bunt, but that bunt goes foul, and so runners will return to their bases. And with Riker's speed, he could bunt. It will likely not be a base hit, but there's a chance that with his speed he gets a base hit on it. Let's see what he does again. The first baseman is holding on the runner at first, but will bounce off in front, and he'll come up hard. And then third baseman is not super far in, but he is playing pretty in. And does not show bunt this time. Brings the count to 1-1. Fouls that ball back off the net, and nice catch by Kyler Lester right there off the bounce off the net. But
Boy, I'd say so. What an athlete.
Yeah. Showing those hands out there. He's got, maybe you should try football.
But dude, could you imagine with his speed? Would have been.
He'd be a
probably
great
still
receiver.
4th in region.
Probably, but at least he'd beat Westlake still.
Oh yeah, we could. Yeah.
But Riker Scow falls 1-2 into the count.
My knee hurts when we talk about Westlake. It's a sensitive subject.
Oh, sorry about that.
Just kidding.
Let's see what Riker can do with this runners on third and first. Connor Bancroft hasn't shown steal a lot, but he will try likely. And another ball, 2-2. So Riker's evens this count up right here, but he's still in a tough situation. Got a battle right here. Maybe he'll work on this pitcher and get his pitch count up too.
Whoa.
That was a very wild pitch, but gets to the outside of Riker, far enough inside that didn't hit him.
That went to the back of Riker, and it broke in, too.
Yeah, it did. That was
some movement going in and still missed Riker.
Very big slip up by the pitcher right there. Brings the count to full. And now Connor is going to steal. Not guaranteed, but there's a very high chance that on this pitch he steals. because
Needs
that
better
walk,
leadoff.
yeah, that walk will put him on second anyway. But if the ball gets put in play, which either he should base hit ball 4 right here, and so that if the ball gets in play and Connor's running, he gets third he gets third a lot easier than he would if he was just staying put. So he's gonna most likely steal right
Yeah,
here.
it gives him a head start.
Never mind, he does not. And Riker takes first, and he goes to second.
Looks like ball 4 was a little low on that one. And that will load the bases for the Vikings with 1 out here in the top of the second.
Yep, and now we have Kyler Lester coming to the plate. Coach Henry coming to talk to him, go over a game plan right here. And Kyler will likely need one of his signature triples right here. Now's a great time for one of his triples that
No
he
kidding.
gets almost every single game. So
Well, you'd think, right? It's not that hard to get a triple.
yeah, I know it's just easy. You just put the ball out there and run to
Blows
third.
my mind that he has as many triples as he does.
Yeah,
Mostly
it's
because of his speed. Oh, he wanted all of that one.
yeah, that was a very big hack by him right there. And so, but he has definitely got the speed to get another triple. Pretty sure he's got more triples this year than he's got singles, but
Hits in general, I think.
yeah,
I think he's probably the only player in baseball in high school, or even all of baseball, that has more triples than home runs.
probably. You never see that at all, even
Mhm.
with the super fast guys, especially in the MLB too, because everyone in the MLB has enough power to get it out, but
Apparently Kyler doesn't.
yeah. Well, I mean he's got the
Not
power,
that,
but
no.
he's got the power, but he's way more useful getting that triple and running because oh, looks like there was some confusion. Thought it was a strikeout, but the ball was low and is not a strikeout, I guess.
So it'll be 2-1.
1-2.
1
But-
and 2.
Hey.
That's what I meant.
I know it's what you meant. We're on,
Yeah.
we got this.
I'm a little tired today. I woke up at 5.
Yeah, it's your fault for going skiing
Hey,
for
you know
4
what?
hours.
You know what? Snow was good, okay? It was a little cold, but snow was good.
Yeah, that's what you get for learning how to ski as a kid.
Oh, yeah.
I don't have to deal with that because I never learned how to ski.
Yeah, I give my mom that problem all the time when it comes to playing the piano. I say, Mom, they would never ask me to play in seminary if I never learned how to play the piano.
Yeah, it makes sense. If you just don't know how to do it, they can't make you do it.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you think, right?
I guess you are right. They might try to make you learn a little bit. But Kyler Lester brings the count to 1-2 with that ball, and let's see what he can do right here. Takes that ball rocket in between the shortstop and second baseman, and it's gonna bring in 2 runs. Close play at the
Oh.
plate and safe. Connor Bancroft is safe at the plate.
That was a great throw.
That was a really good throw by
If
the
the
left
pitcher
fielder.
doesn't try to, pick that off, it's probably would have been out.
There was definitely a very high chance at the plate right there, but nonetheless, 2 runs get in and the Vikings go up 4-0. And now we have Ty Johnson come out to the plate.
Number 2, Ty Johnson.
Ty, let's see what kind of power he can show tonight with runners on first and second. Takes the first pitch for a strike, falls 0-1. I don't think we'll see either of these runners steal. Actually, there's Riker and Kyler on the base, so actually I think they will steal. Likely.
Yeah, I would. They have a lot of speed out there.
Yeah, and you got to get that speed in the scoring position, both of them, because tie a single up the middle with both of these two on in scoring position, that scores both of them. But with Kyler at first, that really is only one RBI right there. But if they can get both of these runners in the scoring position, that's a 2 RBI chance, very high with the speed that they have on the bases right now.
You know what Ty's thinking right now?
He's thinking long ball.
Yeah, he's thinking long ball. I think that's what he's always thinking about.
Yeah, probably, but he's definitely looking to go. He's wanting that 3-run home run
Yeah.
and that number 3rd home run.
He's trying to make overtime.
Yeah, he is. He's got to keep that scholarship active from Gonzaga.
Yeah, do you think they're gonna take it away from him?
No,
He's
there's
already hit 2 home runs this year.
no. He is doing amazing this year, so his scholarship is probably pretty safe.
He's also
But-
on the All-American watch list.
Yeah, so he's having himself a pretty good year.
Yeah, not too bad if you ask me.
But he fouls that ball off and falls 1-2. So now he's probably still thinking long ball, but he's got to be a little bit more conservative with that long ball. As
Nah.
he doesn't want to have a huge swing and miss, but
Yeah.
as long as he can make contact with it, he's got it. And the 1-2 pitch coming in from Kason Bell. Let's see what he's gonna look. Most likely look off speed with this pitch right here. Off speed, low and in the dirt, and the count goes to 2-2, even for Ty. A little bit of a drop by Kason Bell out there, but no runners advance at all. And now Ty is at 2-2, evens the count. Two and two pitch, but and winds up in a pickoff. So no throw though, just keeping the runners close. I guess the pitcher right here is thinking they might run, which I think the whole stadium is at this moment. So and the count goes full, and so now probably going to steal with the speed they have on the bases and full count. Get the runners moving, try to get them scoring. And Ty's definitely still looking. He's looking for this hit right here. He wants his pitch, and so he'll battle off everything that's not his pitch. Ball up the middle. Almost a great play by the shortstop, but cannot get to it. The runners hold it for third and second, and now we will have bases loaded, one out with Sam Haney coming to the plate. Great at bat by Ty Johnson to be able to get that ball. He doesn't get maybe not the hit that he wanted, but definitely a great at bat to get that ball up the middle and get the runners advanced while not taking an out. That does move the runners to bases loaded, one out. So third and first will likely pop in and try to cut the run off at home and get a double play that way. But the middle infield will stay and roll the double up the middle. But with Ty Caldwell on first now, there is a lot more speed, even more on the bases. All three have a lot of speed. Sam Haney takes a first strike, 0-1, looking. Him coming from the left side is really going to help out because he will find the outfield a lot better, and he's very good at finding the outfield. And so let's see what he can do on this at bat. Now we have a guest commentator for a moment joining us. We have Tanner Keith joining us to guest commentate while we're figuring out some stuff.
Good morning, everyone.
Yes, it is a very nice morning. I've heard it's a little bit cold out there, but I don't know.
Yeah, just a little bit.
It's nice and warm in here,
little
so,
chilly.
but maybe not like Pleasant Grove cold, but St. George cold maybe. A little bit colder than they were expecting based on some of the outfits that we were seeing out there.
Yeah, a tad bit chilly down south,
Yeah,
sadly.
some people were expecting mid-70s it looks like, but they didn't get that. Now the count is full for Sam Haney, or it looks like 2-2. Sorry, my apologies. 2-2, and he is still a little bit behind in the count, but he's got a lot of speed on the base, and he's got to find a way to get it in play. They're looking for the double play right here, Dixie. So they want a ground ball really badly, but ball and the count goes to full count. So Full count, 1 out again. This is 2 straight full counts for this Kaysen Bell. But let's see if what he can do on this full count. Try to get the best case scenario for him is a ground ball double play to get out of the inning, but he'll definitely take a strikeout.
Yes. Good analysis.
Thanks. The pitch comes in, and
that ball
was a rocket off the bat of Sam Haney. Finds the fence out in right field. That's a double. Bases clearing double. Yeah. Oh no. Ty Caldwell holds up middle of the base path on third, but retreats to third. That was a rocket off the bat of Sam Haney. Gets straight over the right fielder's head, short hops the fence, and 2-run double right there for the Vikings.
Reminds me a little bit of myself back in 4th grade Little League. Except I didn't hit the ball ever.
And you weren't a lefty.
Oh, no, I tried multiple times.
Oh.
Never successful.
Hey, as long as you tried, that's all that matters.
Now up to bat is Jordan Paquet.
Yes. He is, like I've said earlier on his first at-bat, gets me every time to see him in long pants. It's a very good look for him. And takes a high fastball, nicks his arm, and gets the base. So, quick, easy at-bat for Jordan. Didn't have to do much on that, just let it skin his arm and just move down to first. And another mound visit for the Dixie Flyers. Not likely that it's a pitching change, but Dixie Flyers just talk it over a little bit. No pitching change out there, but coach is staying after a little bit to just talk to the pitcher and catcher, and so they've got to get this inning under control, as it's gotten a little bit out of control for them, as they got one quick out in the inning but haven't been able to get much of that since then.
Up next to bat is Caden Davis for Pleasant Grove.
It's a great sight to see him in the lineup, as he's been mostly just playing when Jordan Pace pitches, but he's gotten in the lineup tonight as he's shown his offensive power and on the offensive side, and been great on the defensive side when Jordan Pace is pitching, but tonight he's all offense as he's the DH.
Showing off his speed last time he got on too with a steal.
Yeah, that was nice. Didn't really expect it from him. Never really thought of him as a fast person, but
no, and he just burned the throw too.
Yeah, he did.
Had a good jump.
It was a good steal, not really anyone else's fault, but it was just great on his part. No one else had really a bad part, but let's see what he can do with his at-bat and see if he can show off a little more speed, as he's got bases loaded, 1 out again. Ground ball, little bit of a hard play for the middle infield. Oh, second baseman drops the ball, but because he peeled off, still manages to get the out. So now we have third and first with 2 outs. Oh, Caden Davis runs off the plate or the base, but gets back in time. I guess maybe he thought he was out. I don't know why he ran off, but
well, the second baseman thought that got out of the way because he didn't want to get in the way of the play, but
yeah,
he dropped the ball. I don't know what Caden was thinking.
Yeah, I don't know either, but maybe he wasn't thinking, but
you don't always need to think.
Yeah, thinking is sometimes overrated.
Always.
Yeah, I agree. Especially in a nice setting like this. Sometimes you just got to do it. You just got to have fun.
Yeah.
And now we'll see Trey Lewis, or not Trey, sorry, that is his older brother. Tate Lewis.
First baseman.
Yeah, let's see what he can do with this. He's got 2 outs now, but still runners in scoring position, runner on third, and then the runner on first, Caden Davis. So Caden Davis might try to show off a little more speed right here. Strike right there. 1-1 against Tate Lewis. Next pitch coming in. Let's see what Kaysen Bell can do with this. Outside curveball. Count goes to 2-1. Caden Davis hasn't tried to show off any speed this at bat, but just staying put at first base. Not that he really needs to steal with 2 outs, and they've got a pretty sizable lead, but he might look for it anyway. They'll see what they can do to try to bring Sam in. Little blooper over first base and second base, and gets in for the bring the run in from third, but runners hold up in first and second. Nice single piece of hitting by Tate Lewis, and that will bring Brody Ballantyne to the plate. Pleasant Grove is showing off more of their offense that they've had all year tonight. They've scored. This brings it to 38 runs, I think, in their 4 games that they have played. So they've shown a lot of offense in all of their games, and so they're showing even more tonight.
For those of you who are wondering, Pleasant Grove is leading 8-0. I have no idea what I'm doing and how to change the score.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to figure it out.
As Brody Ballantyne takes the first pitch for a ball. Runners on second and first here. Oh, fouls one off. Evens it out at 1-1 here. Here comes the pitch.
Low pitch gets past the catcher, and all the runners will advance. Third and second now with 2 outs for Brody Ballantyne.
Wild pitch there, just gets away from the catcher. Advances the 2 runners.
Let's see what Brody Ballantyne can do, as he has also been a big contributor of this offense that Pleasant Grove has shown off this year. And let's see what he can do with 2 outs right here. High fly ball. Right fielder having a little trouble seeing it, but tracks it down and catches the fly ball to end the inning, as the Vikings get 7 runs on plenty of hits in this top of the second inning, and we'll be back momentarily with the bottom of the second. Welcome back to Flyer Field for the bottom of the second inning, as Riley Thomas stays on the mound. And we have number 4 hitting for the
Number 4, Dane Thorpe.
Dane Thorpe for the Flyers.
Riley had a solid first inning earlier. Had a couple pitches get away from him, but didn't allow any runs.
Yeah, great. He kept the counts, he got the plays out, but the counts got a little bit out of control throughout the at-bats, but he kept it under control, and he had a great defense behind him to help him out on that. Fly ball straight up. Doesn't look like there's a play for Ty Johnson. Probably going to land on the booth right here. Now the count evens at 1-1. Next pitch coming in for Riley. Great curveball. Good play by Kyler Lester coming in on that soft ground ball. Very smooth play by Kyler Lester. That brings one quick out for the Vikings, and now that brings to the plate Jackson. Not even going to try. We'll just call him Jackson.
Riley getting the batter chasing there on a curveball inside and just grounds it out to Kyler, who makes a good play.
Jackson
Let's see what Riley can do on that first pitch. Wants to start off fastball, but a little bit high, and throws a ball.
Gets the batter to ground, hit a ground to shortstop. Kyler makes another good play. That's the second out of here in the inning. Riley with 2 quick outs.
Yeah, he is working very fast. So if there does happen to be a pitch count limit in this tournament, he can get it quite deep into this game before hitting that pitch count, as he is working very low counts and very fast, as he's letting his defense do a lot of the work. Now we have Kaysen Bell stepping up for the Flyers, who has been subbed in. Quick ground out to second base. Good play by Connor Bancroft, and gets the out. And very quick inning for the Vikings.
6-pitch inning there for Riley Thomas and the Vikings. Just not having to throw a lot of pitches and great fielding on the infield there.
Yeah, that was great by them. We'll be back momentarily at the top of the third. Welcome back to the top of the third inning right here. We have a Connor Bancroft leading the inning off, and Kaysen Bell is still out there pitching for the Dixie Flyers. Wow, I just blanked on their name. That is my apologies right there.
First pitch is low and away. Ball 1 to Connor Bancroft.
Connor Bancroft has had himself. He's had a pretty good night so far. Gotten on, but not seen much. Let's see what he can do on this at bat. Try to get the Vikings started off on the right foot. Another low off speed pitch. Connor watches it, and the count goes up to 2-0.
Good eye there from Bancroft.
Rocket off the bat up the middle. That ball had some movement off the bat, which you don't see very often. But pitch right up the middle, gets a single off of it, and now Riker Scow will come to the plate.
Back to the top of the order here for the Vikings.
The left fielder, number 24, Riker Scow.
Vikings started off this inning very good with a quick runner on first, but let's see what Riker can do to keep this keep this inning going. They're looking for a little bit more of a rally right here to try to keep their offense moving and flowing in a good direction. Quick back pick by the catcher. Great throw, but Connor Bancroft gets back.
Smart idea there from the Dixie Flyers trying to get Bancroft off guard, but
Yeah.
just got back to the base in time.
They've really looked at Connor Bancroft as a speed threat. I'm not sure what scouting report they're going off of, but they've really looked at him as a speed threat as they've picked him off almost every single time, and now a back pick. I mean, I've never personally thought of Connor as a speed threat, but I can see where they're coming from. And quick grounder, pitcher makes a great play. Almost a double play, but the first baseman drops the ball on that. I don't know how you drop that. You've got to catch that right there. That just ruins your pitcher's inning right there with the first baseman dropping that ball. It goes from quick, easy double play to have 2 outs, no runners on. Now he's got 1 out with a runner on still.
Well, Riker wanted that ball a little too much there and just hits it straight into the ground, goes to the pitcher. Great play by the pitcher and shortstop. Just couldn't hang on to it at first.
Yeah, that will be an E3 right there, and that's going to cost them a lot right there. And with Kyler Lester coming up and then Ty Johnson right after that, the Vikings have a great part of their order coming up, and so that error right there will cost them with 1 out now only instead of having 2 outs and Kyler Lester up. Now they've only got 1 out and Kyler up. Kyler goes up in the count early, 1-0. Let's see what he can do with the rest of this at-bat. Shows bunt, but ooh, does he pull back? And that almost hit him straight in the face right there. But I think it catches more arm than face. So are they awarding him the base, or is it a swing?
I think he hit the bat and
I think
maybe
so
got
too.
his fingertips trying to back out of it.
I don't know. But I think they're giving that a strike. So it got mostly bat and hand. So that will be a strike. And so Kyler Lester will remain at bat, and the count will go to 1-1. Coach Henry is up by Kyler Lester, giving him some time to shake it off. But that is a very interesting call to have with how good Kyler Lester's hitting 1 out that he's having him bunt. But I guess you got to manufacture base runners and runs as much as possible. So got to figure out a way to get those runners moving. But I think you just rely on Kyler and his bat more than
Lester
bunting.
is very fast, but
his bat is going super smooth right now. Oh. And stolen base by Riker Scow to put the runner in scoring position. And now you really rely on his bat.
Yeah, I think they were just trying to advance the runner. I don't know if they were going to actually have Kyler bunt, but
yeah, he looked like he was trying to pull back anyway, but probably scared the crap out of him.
Yeah.
Ball coming right at his face, but he got the bat in the way, and I guess he gets to still hit. So 2-1 pitch is in for a strike, and that brings the count to 2-2 for Kyler Lester. Let's see what this Kaysen Bell tries to do with this pitch. He's got a pretty good pitch off speed that's been working this evening, but let's see what he can do. Kyler ground ball to first base or third baseman, looks him back, gets the runner at first, and Riker holds at second. So great outcome right there for Dixie right there to now have 2 outs and keep the runner at second without Riker advancing.
Great play there, though, by the third baseman, stopping it after the first hop and looking back the runner and then getting Kyler at first.
Yeah, that's a hard play, especially with that long throw and Kyler's speed. But he made the best of that play and got best case scenario right there. Now the Vikings have Ty Johnson coming up to the plate, and he's got 2 outs, and we haven't seen much from him tonight from power stance, but he's gotten a base hit both times. So let's see what he can do. Pickoff move, but no throw by the pitcher. Great off speed, but Ty punches that into right field, and Riker Scout coming around to score, showing that speed. Very close play at the plate, but he is safe at the plate. Tag was just on the wrong side of the plate. If that throw is on the third base side of the plate, he's got him out on that, but throw was a little bit on the first base side. Led to a hard tag by the catcher, and Riker gets in there safe. And Ty reads that throw great and gets to second on that. So now Ty gets that runner, that RBI right there, and now there's a runner on second still for Sam Haney.
Great speed there by Scal, going right as the ball hit the bat. Barely makes it home, and Ty being able to pay attention and get to second.
Yeah, Ty is a great base runner, and sometimes you wouldn't expect it, but he is a great base runner and very good at reading those balls, and actually has a lot of speed too, it's a very nice perk to have behind the plate, because a lot of times catchers are slow, but to have a fast catcher like that, and that looks like a ball straight off the pitcher, bounces, hard ball, looks like it hit his leg maybe, but advances the runners, and so the pitcher or the coaches will come out and look at that and see how the pitcher's feeling after that. It hit him hard right there.
Yeah, hard hit ball by Haney just drills the pitcher, and second baseman can't quite make a play. As Dixie's coach makes a mound visit, see if he's okay. Looks like he's all fine as everyone's going back to their positions. Sets up Jordan Pace with runners at first and third. Udon Pake up to bat again.
Yep, he's looking to join in this offense right here. As last at bat he got beaned, and so he wants a hit right now.
Yeah.
And so he's really looking forward to that hit and hoping for a good pitch to start off the at bat. And now he's got runners in scoring position. First pitch, strike for Jordan Pace. Lower half of the plate. He wasn't looking for that one, so he will fall 0-1, but still looks very in control of this count.
Yeah, runners at the corners here. Jordan does have a lot of power behind his bat. See if he can get a good hit here and drive in the run up third.
Yeah, he's looking to show off that power and falls 0-2 fast. That was late call by the umpire, but it was a good pitch. Great spot on the corner, that off speed, and gets that strike. So now Jordan is 0-2 with 2 outs. Now the pitcher's he's in very good control, but Jordan's very good at not striking out. Keeping the ball in play, keeping the ball going, and battling, and rings him up on a high fastball looking, I guess, and ends the inning for the Vikings. And Vikings get 1 run on 2 hits and 2 runners left on base.
Well, Jordan wasn't looking for that pitch there, but didn't swing it all up there.
Yeah, that's not like him at all, but just wasn't looking to hit, I guess, and so he will go back out on the defensive side, and we'll be back momentarily for the bottom of the third. Welcome back to Flyer Field on this beautiful night, March night, as Riley Thomas continues pitching for the Vikings and up to bat for the Dixie Flyers.
Flyers and third baseman G.J. Erickson.
We have Erickson up to bat for the Flyers. High fastball to start off the count. Riley falls 1-1 or 1-0.
Riley last inning only using about 6 pitches. We'll see if he can keep his pitch count down here.
Yeah, that pitch count is very important in tournaments like this, as
Falls
you want to
behind
use
2-0.
you want to use pitchers as much as possible, and you're gonna have to use them a lot in a short period of time. But he falls down quick, 2-0 in this at bat. Foul ball straight back into Ty's glove, brings the count to 2-1.
PG does have a lot of good pitchers, but these tournaments do take a lot out of them. So.
Yeah, they require a lot a lot of pitching in a short amount of time. So you've got to have some well-endured pitchers. As Riley goes down 3-1 now. Hard foul ball straight back behind the booth as Riley evens the count, full count. Let's see what Riley does with this. He's got
full count here.
He could test him right here, maybe. Goes fastball. Hard, that hits the base, bounces off the base, and that's going to be a very hard play for all of them. As Connor Bancroft, who is now playing shortstop with Carter Merrill subbing in at second, which likely means either Kyler Lester is either done for the night or he's warming up to pitch. But there is no one in the bullpen at the moment, so he might just be done for the night, getting ready for tomorrow, where he will likely pitch tomorrow.
Well, Pace there made a great play on the ball. It just hit the bag and flew about 30 feet over his head.
Yeah, that looked like it was going straight into his glove and then hits the bag and shoots straight up into the air. So very unlucky bounce for Jordan Pace as Avery Anderson comes up, which I recognize this name. I've played against this kid a couple times. I remember him. He's a very fast kid, from what I remember. Back when I was a shortstop, I don't think we ever threw him out once. He just stole all over everyone. So let's see if he can highlight some of that speed right now. But what I do remember is he played for Gunnison, not for Dixie. So I guess he must have moved, unless he was just playing with Gunnison for fun.
Riley starts to count off 0-1 and then throws the ball inside there to go 1-1.
They're definitely looking for this ground ball right here, hopefully, but they've got to move fast with potential speed at home plate.
Wow, great curveball there from Riley. Just catches the batter in his position.
And he gets a strikeout right here. 1 out. Now coming back up is the leadoff St. Cyr. That was a great pitch by Riley to get that strikeout, and now they've got the double play chance with 1 out and to potentially get out of this inning right here. They're definitely looking for the ground ball right here. Riley's looking, maybe not strikeout, but to definitely get the ball in play and get that double play, as he throws a great curveball, but too far outside and falls 1-0.
Trying to get the batter to the chase there, but just too far outside.
Yeah, just a little bit. Good fastball, but a little bit inside now. Goes from outside quick back inside, and the count is 2-0. Ground ball up the middle. Connor Bancroft and Carter Merrill looking to turn it. Low throw gets through Tate Lewis's legs, but no movement from first base. So they get the lead runner, which you got to at least get 1 out on that, and that's what they got. So
yeah. Slow ground ball there. Bancroft able to get there. Kind of bobbles it a little, but still gets the runner at second. Can't quite get him at first.
Yeah, and no movement, which is good at first. So they're holding that advancement. Now we have Shea Anderson up to bat. and with 2 outs in the bottom of the third. Curveball inside to lead off the batter, and the count goes 1-0. Next pitch coming from Riley Thomas. A little bit maybe high more than outside, but definitely a little bit of both, and goes down 2-0.
Riley looking to get out of the inning here with this batter.
Great pitch by Riley, finds the lower half of the plate, and brings the count to 2-1. Starting to battle back in this account, hopefully. Good curveball by Riley, but doesn't find the zone.
Just low there.
That ball, had some great movement, looked very good until just crossed the plate a little bit low, and the count goes to 3-1. Outside pitch and walks him. No movement from second to try to get to third, but now we will see Brighton Oaks coming up to bat. The Dixie Flyers are threatening a little bit with this right here with runner in scoring position. I think their second one of the night, but threatening Riley a little bit, but let's see what he can do to get out of it.
If Riley can keep it under control, he can get out of this inning quick.
Yeah, and as he starts off with a curveball in for a strike.
Getting ahead of the batters is key for Riley because he can get out of control sometimes, but when he gets up 0-1 or even keeps it at 1-1, he's usually in control of the situation.
Yeah, he's got to get that strike early in the count, but then he can run, then he can do what he wants and work that off speed, which is what he really likes to do. The count evens at 1-1. Back pick chance. Nobody there at second. I guess maybe some miscommunication between the middle infield and Ty right there, but still no movement, no trying to take extra bases from the runner on second.
Well, Ty just came up throwing there. There wasn't really someone close to the bag. Probably would have worked if they were ready for the pick at second, but
he was going, and he was throwing that ball, and there was nothing they could do to stop him. So he was just hoping someone was there, and there was no one there, but no trouble out of that. Now Riley evens the count again at 2-2. His pitch count this inning has gone up a little bit, but he'll likely still keep throwing this game. Great pitch by Riley Thomas, but fouled off. The batter stays alive on that. Barely makes contact, but enough to stay alive.
Yeah, gets him chasing outside there. Just fouls it off. Almost gets out of the inning here, but not quite as the count is still 2-2.
Let's see. I'm betting he goes off speed right here, but let's see what he does. Never mind. High fastball and deep high fastball from that. Goes off the fence and will be a 2-run double right there. Great hit. Riley elevated that fastball and just right in the wheelhouse and takes it probably that looks like the deepest part of the park and right off the fence.
Yeah.
2-run double.
The batter was looking for it there.
Yeah, he wanted that high fastball and he got it. So now they've got Luis Acuna coming up, and so let's see if they can keep this rally going that they've got.
2 outs here. So all Thomas and the Vikings need to do is just get this batter, and then they'll go back to their offense, who's been playing amazing so far.
Yeah, they're definitely They need this batter out right here because they've got to silence the rally as much as possible. Good pitch by Riley Thomas taken, but Dixie's looking for just a runner on right here. They've just got to keep it handing it to the next guy. You got to get on, hand it to the next guy, and just keep the rally going, keep it alive. If you don't get your pitch, you're just looking to get on and keep it moving.
Another
But
great pitch there from Thomas. Puts him ahead of 0-2.
yeah, that was a great pitch. Now both batter and pitcher are probably thinking off speed right here, but outside curveball for Riley brings the count to 1-2. Inside, does it get a piece of him? Yes, it does. And Acuna will go to first as Riley hits the batter, and that will bring up to bat Dane Thorpe. And he's got runners on first and second now, so looking to keep this rally going as they've gotten some good runners on base and brought some runners home.
Yeah, Riley just letting that pitch get a little away from him. He was up 1-2, but
The catcher, number 4, Dane.
Yeah, sometimes the ball just slips, and there's nothing you can do about it. But he's really looking to go back at this batter after that. Starts off top, a strike to bring the count to 0-1. Great to start off on top, especially with a great placement on that fastball low on the zone.
great
Curveball
curveball there.
fouled straight back into the looks like the parking lot, I guess. But no, we're parked pretty far up. But I mean, we got a prime parking spot, but I guess we just take the risk of foul balls. But I mean, my car already got hit with a rock chip today, so windshield might have to be replaced anyway. So, and
Great pitch
strike
from
three.
Thomas.
That
Gets him out of the inning.
was 2 runs on I think 1 hit or maybe 2 hits by the Flyers, and good inning by them to start to try to cut this deficit. And we'll be back momentarily for the bottom of the third. Welcome back to this lovely St. George evening on a beautiful March night. Bottom of the third, or bottom of the fourth, or top fourth, actually. My
There we go.
apologies. I'm
Big guy.
a little bit confused right now, I guess. And we have Brigham Ray rejoining us right now, as Tanner Keith is off doing other business now.
Ah, it's good to be back.
It is good to it's good to have you back. Now we have Caden Davis stepping up to the plate right here for the leadoff batter of this inning. Takes a quick strike as he wanted that pitch, but refrained a little bit and takes the strike. And we are still seeing Kason Bell out there, he's thrown the last couple innings, so he was their reliever, but has stayed in this whole time and almost gets a piece of Caden, but rolls too far in and misses him. So the count will even at 1-1.
Yeah, he's been in. They haven't been short innings by any means. He's thrown at least 20 pitches an inning, which is quite a lot.
Yeah, his pitch count is way up there, but they're riding him, so he's keeping going. So another outside pitch brings the count to 2-1. Great pitch, but a little bit low coming from Kason Bell. Brings the count to 3-1. And now Kason's got to come right at him. He's lost control of this at bat, and the at bat is in Caden's hands. So he's got to really come at him this pitch and go get this strike to get the count even. Caden Davis hits it right off the handle, ground ball to or second base, but first baseman pulls off the bag. He's struggling a little bit tonight over there, but I'm not sure why he stretched so much, but he maybe thought Caden had a little bit more speed, but gets him to first and brings up Tate Lewis.
It was a great play, and it was a close play too. Just, Ump has better sight than I do, sitting behind this pillar in front of me. So
yeah, it was pretty clear that he pulled off, but it was a little confusing as to why he stretched so far. Outside fastball to Tate Lewis brings the count to 1-0 to start off this at bat. Inside fastball, and Tate Lewis does not bite, and that brings the count to 2-0. A little bit of a close pitch, and could have taken that, but doesn't bite and ends up being a ball. High fastball off the catcher's glove brings the count to 3-0, and Caden Davis advances to second on that passed ball by the catcher. Just bounces straight off of his glove and back into the backstop.
Tate Lewis fully in control of this at bat.
Yeah, he's definitely got the green light still, but 3-0, this ball has got to be a perfect strike, so he's likely gonna go right after this pitch. So let's see what he does. Outside, and Tate Lewis moves to first, and now that brings up runners on first and second for the Vikings, and Brody Ballantyne comes to bat. Let's see if Brody Ballantyne can keep contributing to this offense, as he has had, I think, 3 RBIs tonight. Had a good night for him. And so let's see what he can do right here with 2 runners on base, 1 in scoring position. Let's see if he can find a gap to help to increase this lead. Ground ball off of Brody's bat, off the handle of the bat, but gets in the gap and right, and runners will hold. So bases loaded now for Connor Bancroft, coming up, no outs. Bell has had a lot of those pitches that they've been great pitches, sawed the batters off, but the ball just finds the gap between first and second right there every time.
Yeah, a lot of credit to the pitching of Case and Bell tonight. He's pitched a really great game, but Vikings do have a lot of firepower.
Yeah.
Kind of unleashed it tonight, if you will.
They're finding a lot of gaps. Maybe not not every single hit is the greatest hit, but they're finding the gaps in the defense. So that's what it's all about.
Yeah. This is the first game from the Vikings we've seen where they've kind of gone little by little. You know, they've had a couple shots deep, but not very many.
Yeah, it's a lot of just manufacturing runs, just working slow things to help bring one run in at a time. That's all it takes is just one at a time. They haven't relied on the long ball at all tonight, as no one has gone deep for the Vikings. But so let's see what they do, as the Flyers are very far in to cut off this run no matter what at home. So the runners will be getting a very big lead, especially at second and first. And Connor Bancroft pops it straight up onto us. So
And we'll see that on the football field.
yeah, probably. So Connor Bancroft has the count 1-1. Let's see what he can do with this, because he's really looking forward to. He's not wanting the ball on the ground. He needs the ball in the outfield. Even if it gets caught, he just got to get the ball in the outfield, because ground ball could be a double play right there, and that gets 2 outs all of a sudden. You go from bases loaded, no outs, to third and second, 2 outs, and then that puts you in a bad situation. So pickoff attempt by Case and Bell, but doesn't throw anywhere. Just looks at all the runners, steps to third, and then looks at second and first. So
Keeps them home.
yeah, keeping the runners close, because you don't want to get them out of control, especially Tate Lewis is off very far at second. So swing and a miss by Connor Bancroft for to bring the count to 1-2.
Looks like the scout in front of me rung him up at 89.
Wow,
That's
really?
a nice fastball.
I don't see this scout, but that is a very fast. I didn't know. I guess I didn't have a very good judge, but I didn't think Case and Bell was throwing super hard. But 89 is nice. That is a very fast pitch right there.
It's a gentleman in front of us in the BYU shirt.
Oh, maybe we're looking for some offers out here, potentially.
Yeah, they're just scouting their starting shortstop next year.
Yeah.
Kyler.
They're looking for some offense to bring, or some defense actually to bring around Kyler, I guess. And
Hopefully
so,
Kyler's doing all right.
yeah, he's doing pretty good. I mean, I would say.
I would hope so.
But the count is even at 2-2. Swing and a miss by Connor Bancroft, and now that was a great out by the Dixie Flyers and Case and Bell to get that out. And now the Vikings have Riker Scout coming up to the plate, so let's see what he can do with. He's still got a similar situation, trying to get into the outfield with this, as he's got bases loaded, 1 out. The middle infield will retreat, and they will roll the double play up the middle, but corner's still looking to come home to cut off that run, because we're getting close to the point of a mercy rule, and they've got to cut off that mercy rule.
Yeah, they do. Let's be honest. What do you think Riker's thinking right now?
He's thinking double.
He's thinking grand slam.
I don't know, man. I mean, I've seen Riker go deep. He's done it.
I know.
He's done it high school before, but.
And what do you think Lester and Ty are thinking?
Well, Lester's not hitting anymore. We've got
Oh.
Carter on deck, so.
What do you think they're thinking?
Millie's thinking go deep.
They're thinking, I really hope Riker walks right here.
Yeah, they probably are. They don't want him to clear the bases, because then they don't get the bases full.
Yeah, exactly.
So they're looking for this walk, and the count is 2-0. So Millie's like, nice.
Yeah, Millie's liking that.
He's liking this, getting ahead in the count. So Riker is very far ahead in this count. They're just throwing around him, it looks like, at this point. So base hit up the middle, doesn't get caught by either fielder. Close play at there, and only scores 1 run. So it almost got caught right there by the second baseman,
Kind
but
of like a little blooper just right over second.
yeah, but it fell in and scored a run. So now it brings Carter Merrill up to the plate with 1 out actually, and bases loaded. Nice applause coming from there.
Wow, they're really going crazy out there.
Yeah, these fans are wild
They
out
love
here.
Millie.
Yeah, they're just missing his walk-up song though. That's the hard
I am
part.
too.
I know it's a great walk-up song, perfectly fitting for him as it says his name over and over again.
Yeah, I would like
Which-
that too, but
yeah.
sound a little weird.
Yeah, I don't think Brigham would be Brigham
Yeah,
would
that-
be. I don't think many rappers are rapping about that, but
I'll reach out.
yeah, I bet you could get some.
I'm in touch with a couple of them.
Yeah, I think I bet you are. I've seen your text messages with those rappers.
Yeah, Oliver Hatfield.
Yeah, Oliver would drop you the
Yeah,
greatest
he's-
song out there.
Yeah.
But Elder Hatfield actually leaving this weekend.
Yeah, leaves on
He'll-
Saturday.
Yeah, he'll be teaching the people in Paraguay, right?
Yeah, good for him.
Yeah, gets to go down there. Does not reassigned at all, which is nice. Gets
Yeah.
to go straight to Paraguay. And so now maybe I guess he won't have a chance to write you a track for 2 years, but
Yeah, we'll see.
let's see what Carter can do. As falls quick 0-2 right there. Outside fastball. Doesn't really like the call, but it caught a little enough of the plate that it could be a strike. But now he's got to really battle because he can't strike out right here. That's a very important thing with 1 out because he strikes out and that brings 2 outs. And so, but that'll be very good for Dixie if they could get this strikeout right there.
Yeah. 3 pitches straight looking, and that's not how Millie wanted his first at bat to go tonight.
No, not at all. And now Dixie has done a great job battling from bases loaded, no outs, and only giving up 1 run. Which bases loaded, no outs it's almost impossible to not give up a run at all.
Yeah,
But
they've done a great job of containing that.
now they've got Ty Johnson up, and let's see what he can do. Ty Johnson, first pitch. He's looking to bring all these runs in definitely.
Yeah, he is.
He hasn't had a lot of RBIs. I think 1 tonight, but he's looking to get 4 more, at least 3, maybe 4. So let's see what he can do. He gets a quick ball and goes up 1-0. That is a rocket off the bat. That grand slam
Yep.
right there. That is gone. That's exactly what Ty Johnson wanted to do right there, and gets his 3rd home run of the year. Just an absolute rocket off the bat to left field, and so he'll get a nice trot around, and that will put the Vikings up 14-2.
Yeah, that.
Jeez.
Jeez.
That ball was launched off the bat right there.
Unfortunately, we do not have AWS, so we cannot tell you how fast it was going.
No,
But probably faster than the legal speed limit.
probably that ball. I think that ball might have been baptized, as the teenagers say.
Yeah, I would say so at least.
But
That
that
was a
ball,
rocket.
it got out in a hurry, and so I guess he did what he wanted and cleared the bases. So we have now Sam Haney coming up with 2 outs, but no runners on anymore, as Ty got rid of all the runners for him.
How nice of Ty.
Yeah, he's just said, "I'll take care of these ones."
I got you, big guy.
He's supporting his teammates, just helping Sam out, not have to worry about runners on base.
I'm going to be a smart ass too. I'm going to wait till you hear the song I'm going to play.
Let's see what Sam can do right here. Falls down 0-1 with a foul ball back into the net, but he's looking good right now. And Case and Bell looking to go up 0-2 right here and get in control of this count. Gets a good ground ball to second base.
Good
Great out.
play.
Great out by the second baseman, and the Vikings score 5 runs on maybe 3 hits, I would say. And
I think it was 3 or 4 hits because
Yeah.
I think Brody had 1, Riker had 1, CB had 1. No, CB was walked.
he was
wasn't
long, and then Ty. So 3 hits, 1 long ball, scores 5 runs for the Vikings, and we'll be back momentarily in the bottom of the 4th. Welcome back to Flyer Field for the bottom of the fourth inning as Riley Thomas continues pitching for the Vikings. Ground ball. Good play by Tate Lewis. A little bit of a bobble actually, and gets there. Runner is safe. That was looked like a great play at first, and then a little bit of a slip up by Tate, and the runner gets there on first. Great speed right there from that batter.
Mason, if you're watching, start warming up. Just kidding. It's just one error.
Yeah, I'm not sure he's watching either. I mean, our broadcast is pretty widespread, but I'm not sure if it's
I'd
getting.
Say so. Maybe it's not to the dugout
Yeah.
yet, but Mason, if you are watching, I miss you.
I miss you too.
So runners on first for the Flyers as the pitcher takes a low fastball.
High fastball, at the head, but a little bit of a slip up, and the runner takes second right there. Great heads up by the runner, and Jackson gets that off, sees the pass ball right there, wild pitch, and takes that second base because that's really good to get the runner in scoring position with no outs. And now you've got Bell up 2-0 in the count really early, so this looking good for him right here. Almost great play by Riley up the middle, but Carter is there behind him to back him up and make the ground out. And runners advance to third, so now it will be runner on third with one out. And that was maybe not exactly what you wanted, but great offense right there by Dixie to get the runner to third with one out. And now a sac fly brings him in. And now stepping up to the plate for Dixie Flyers, Erickson. Let's see what he can do right here with this runner on third.
Oh, nasty dropping curveball. That dropped about 3 feet.
Yeah, that was a very good curveball. I don't know why I said fastball.
That wasn't very fast. It was probably around 68 miles an hour. But
yeah, probably. But it had a lot of good movement.
Yeah, it had a lot of movement.
Goes up quick 0-2. Great placement, great frame job by Ty Johnson. Outside fastball, great placement, but doesn't get the call right there.
Ty wanted to frame that one too.
Yeah, he did, and it's not a bad pitch by Riley. Good pitch, try to get him chasing on the outside half, so that doesn't get the call and goes 1-2.
Good eye.
Curveball, ground ball to Jordan Pace, but gets the out, but will score the run on that ground ball. So 2 outs, but the score goes up 3-14 for the Vikings. And now coming up,
Jordan.
Avery Anderson coming up to hit for the Dixie Flyers. Yeah, that was a great play by Jordan, and good decision by him to not go home on that because the runner was already home, and he was going off crack of the bat. So great play by Jordan to get the run, to get at least one out and make sure you get the out because that run you can waste a little bit. Avery shows bunt right there. 2 outs showing bunt is a very interesting thing. Maybe just to see what the defense will do. But
ballsy move.
Yeah, it is right there.
Good for you, Haas.
But we got Jordan Pace playing a little bit deep still and conservative, and shows bunt again, but pulls back. And so brings the count to 1-1, where he pulled back on the first one, but failed to on the second. So
I think he was in the strike zone on the second.
It might have been, but he's pulled back very fast on both of them and doesn't show bunt on this one. And swing and a miss to bring the count to 1-2. And now he's not going to bunt at all, so
yeah,
they can move back out. And let's see what Riley does in this. Probably looking off speed again because just by how he made him look on that off speed right there.
That 1-1, I'm not sure. It looked a little bit like a changeup. It dropped a lot. Another curveball. Jordan Pace makes the play.
Great play by Jordan and a rocket from third. Jordan threw that ball hard.
That's my good buddy Jordan Pace out there playing third.
Yeah, that was a great play by Jordan.
So what's the rule on that? I thought he caught it, so he's out.
On what?
On that last one, did it bounce first?
No, yeah, it bounced first, so
Oh.
it short hopped and then went up to Jordan, gave Jordan a nice hop and good throw by him.
Jordan Pace could have played quarterback too.
Yeah, he probably
It's
could have.
unfortunate.
He's got a very good arm,
He's got a very good arm, and he could.
and he's got the mental capacity to play quarterback too.
Yeah, yeah. He's also. I played some backyard football with him, fourth grade. He ran me over, gave me a concussion.
He's a pretty hard hitter.
Oh, I'd say so.
But we'll be back momentarily with the top of the fifth. Welcome back as Jordan Pace is leading off for the Vikings as makes those two great plays on the defensive side, and now let's see what he can do on the offensive side as he takes a quick strike to fall 0-1. Jordan has played great on the defensive side, like I said, but hasn't shown much offense tonight. But looking to change that right here, and he can change in an at bat and light up and just get hot right away. And outside off speed brings the count to 1-1.
Do you think Jordan squats?
Probably just a little bit. Honestly,
No.
maybe not. I don't know.
Maybe he's just built bigger.
He's just built different.
Yeah.
Takes a low fastball, but let's see if he can use that potential squat right there to
No.
try
no
to send
chance.
the ball and then use some wheels out there.
Smallest kid on the team.
Jordan does have quite a bit of speed out there. If he can find a gap and then use his speed that he's got.
Yeah, he is fast. I'll give
He
him
is,
that.
he is a very fast kid.
That's about it, though. Terrible baseball player.
Definitely. It's definitely not like he's insanely good at the sport and stuff, but
If he was good, he would have been drafted. Whoa.
he probably will be.
A lot of power behind that foul ball, and it crashes through Cade's Pastot.
I really hope not, because that's about where I'm parked. So,
Oh, man.
Mom, if you're listening, we'll fix it.
Well, you may or may not have a car.
The windshield will be fixed. Rocket off his bat,
Oh.
but just misses the line down third base line, and the foul ball keeps the count 2-2. But Jordan's really battling right here, keeping this count alive always.
If you remember earlier in the game, he hit a deep pop fly all the way back to the left field fence, and I'm sure he wanted that one back.
Probably, yeah. He's looking to repeat that, but find some grass right here.
Good eye by Jordan as he watches the 2-2 pitch goes by. It goes full count.
That's a tough pitch to lay off right there, because you never know if how lenient that umpire is
Yeah,
going to be on
it's
the
true.
outside half. Sometimes umpires are super lenient, sometimes they're not, and it just changes inning by inning. So hard pitch to lay off, but
Jordan
Ooh,
is way ahead of this pitch.
just goes off over the base. It looks like foul ball. So he is very far ahead, and we'll keep the count full count and see what Jordan can do if he's keeping battling. I think we're on the 8th pitch of the at bat, 8th or 9th. But it's a lot of pitches right here.
Yeah.
Nice curveball, actually. Kept Jordan in front of it, and great curveball by Case and Bell to strike him out right there. That was very smart call by the catcher and good execution by the pitcher right there, because Jordan's very ahead of the fastball, so
Yeah.
the curveball he'll be way ahead of, super far ahead of. So that was great execution
Had
right there.
Tons of movement, so I don't think Jordan
Yeah.
was even on place for it. So great pitch.
Yeah. Ground
Caden
ball
Davis.
down third baseline. Hard play by the third baseman, but gets it.
Caden Davis had to dig deep for that one.
Thanks. Yes, I will fix it, mother.
All right.
I just received word that it is my obligation to fix the windshield if it is broken, and
Jordan.
it will get done.
Yeah, if Jordan was better at baseball, just went over the fence instead of through Caden's
Well, I mean,
windshield.
it was over a fence. just not between the navigational beacons out there. Now Tate Lewis takes a big swing and a miss right here to bring the count to 0-1 with 2 outs in the top of the fifth, not top of the 5.
I can imagine.
English has been a little bit hard for me today, I guess. I've had quite a few stumbles.
That's right, kid. We forgive you.
Tate Lewis goes down 0-2 right here and takes an outside fastball. Strikeout right there. Tate Lewis did not like the call, but I thought that was a strike. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it was.
Not sure why he didn't swing.
It was a little high, but definitely in there.
I thought that was a little too good of a pitch for 0-2 right there. I thought Tate was going to take that over the fence, but
I didn't like it apparently.
Yeah.
So that
Didn't
will end
bite
the
him.
inning. Vikings put up no runs, no hits. 3 up, 3 down. Right? Yeah.
It was a good inning for Case and Bell right
Very
there. Who was
low pitch account, other than Jordan's 10 pitch inning or 10 pitch outing. So it brings it to a 14 pitch inning, right?
Yeah, I think
Jordan
so.
had 9, Caden had 1, Tate went 3 in a row.
Yeah, it was a very fast inning. Case and Bell, who has thrown the whole game ever since their starter came out. But Riley continues on the mound, and we'll be back in a little bit. Welcome back to Flyer Field as we enter into the bottom of the 5th inning with Riley continuing pitching. If at this moment, if the Dixie Flyers do not get at least 2 runs, then the game is over, as they need to get it within 10 runs right here. And as to give a shout out to a fellow PGSN member, it is Henry Summerall's birthday. The big man is 18 already.
You know, I really hope he's not watching this because it's a pretty crappy way to spend a birthday. But in the small case you are, or you hear this recording, happy birthday, man.
Yeah. It's big 18 right there now. Arrested.
Yeah, arrested. Yeah.
I mean, there's a chance, I guess, now, but I don't know.
Yeah, I think Henry's the only person not to get arrested.
Henry's a pretty good kid. A great man.
I'd say so.
And Riley Thomas walks that batter on 4 quick pitches, so it will bring up Shea Anderson.
Second baseman, number 1, Shea Anderson.
Let's see what Riley can do. Is quick runner on first, but not much of a threat yet until runners get around and get moving to get into scoring position. And Riley starts off on top with a quick outside strike, gets him looking on that. Great placement on that ball, and looks like we have a defensive substitution right there. Mason Henry is playing first. I guess you were right. Maybe the dugout is listening.
Welcome to PGS, son, where prophecies are made.
Mason Henry is now at first base and makes a good stop on that ball, and looks like quick double play chance right here.
Wow,
safe. that was wow. Shea got down that line very fast.
He's a fast kid. I really hope that kid plays football.
Yeah, that was.
Jeez.
He is fast. He got down there. That was like Billy Hamilton speed right there.
Gosh. Because that was a pretty quick, double play. They got to second really fast, and I look over it. I was like, oh.
Hard hit ball and
Dang.
everything. And we have had a lot of defensive substitutions for the Vikings, as it looks like Ty Caldwell has moved to left field from the runner spot, and Brody Ballantyne, I think, is staying in center with now that is...
There goes the Passat again.
Jackson Taylor, it looks like, in right field.
JT.
I can just tell by the lefty gloves right there. Thought of the two lefties that play outfield and guessed those two. So I know Ty has a lighter glove, and so that's how I knew that one.
Okay, Caden, calm down.
Just trying to use process of elimination to figure out who's out on the field for the Vikings.
Foul ball goes screaming past the ump's face. Doesn't even flinch.
Yeah, that man is built different back there. He's
a wall of stone back there, so good for him.
Yeah, called a great game so far, feel like. Not many debatable calls, but not really many debatable calls in general, like close plays this game.
Yeah, there's been a couple, but none of them have been his call.
Yeah. Ground ball. Great play by Mason Henry.
Oh
Gets up and, Connor Bancroft drops the ball at second. That was an amazing play by Mason Henry to get that diving play right there, but doesn't end up getting any outs out of it.
Oh, man.
But he was ready to play, and that'll get him some more playing time right there. That's just an amazing play by Mason Henry to show off that agility.
Yeah, so UFC 261 Mason Henry versus Connor Bancroft, because Mason's gonna be so pissed at him.
Oh yeah, I think that'll be a good fight. I'd put money on Mason.
I'd put money on Mason too.
Mason's a pretty good fighter. Nothing against Connor Bancroft.
No,
Connor,
of course not.
Mopa's a pretty good fighder.
Yeah, that was a ridiculously good play. Very agile, especially from an 8th grade center on my football team.
Oh yeah, he's always been very quick on his feet.
Oh, I'd say so. Unfortunate. No outs. Well, 1 out. Bottom of the 5th.
Yeah, but they've still got the double play alive, so one quick double play and the game is over. So you got to keep the ball off the ground.
Curveball from Riley once again, throwing his movement on his off speeds, and that will make it an 0-1.
Yeah, this Luis Acuna he's just got to keep the ball off the ground right here. A ball toward any of the infielders, and the game is likely over. But so he's just got to find a way to get it in the air somehow, but falls. Oh, that was a strikeout right there. I guess he was 0-2. But so that actually moves it to 2 outs, and so that brings up, I think it's their number 5 hitter right here. His name is Dane Thorpe. Or pinch hitter, actually. He is a pinch hitter. I should have known that right there. But
so unprofessional.
Yeah, I guess so. His name is Rich Erickson, we have received word.
Rumor has it. Fastball right down the pipe. Makes it count 0-1.
A little bit of a ballsy pitch right there for Riley to go that good of a pitch on 0-1, especially because he doesn't know much about this hitter or how he's hit so far.
He's going right at him.
He's not taking any chances. Or I guess he actually is taking chances.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Maybe the opposite. Fly ball. Looks like Ty has room. Does he make the catch? No, it drops it. Very hard ball right there. That is probably the hardest ball to catch out of all. The ball spinning all kinds of directions coming back, but...
And you don't want to face plant right into the backstop.
Yeah.
You don't want to break your face for the rest of the tournament, so...
Yeah, you got to find a way to get around that ball, and it's very hard coming back at you. The spin on that ball will just spin it right out of your glove. So you've got to really secure that ball. One of the hardest balls, probably the hardest fly ball to catch in the game of baseball.
Yeah.
But that brings the count to 0-2 really fast. And so let's see what Riley does with this pitch. Strikeout, high fastball, and that is ball game. We'd like to thank Dixie for hosting this game, but the Vikings come out on top 14-3 in 5 innings. And great game, and thank you to all of our PGSN crew.
Yes, thank you to Tanner and Tawny for getting the camera around back. We found the camera bag. Don't worry about it. We will be back tomorrow for the game at 5:30.
Yes. 5 o'clock. We'll be playing
Spanish Fork, which is the best team in 5A. And they always
one
are.
of them. Yeah,
One of the best
they're a
5
very
teams.
good team, and so they've got their work cut out for them. But we'll see you then. Thank you for joining us.